Hey y'all. I've never posted a full food video before, I don't believe, but I'm gonna try it out. Um, if you want to have dinner with me, having um whole fish. It's actually flaky. So um, you can sort of see. That's just the corner. See, it was recommended for fish sandwiches. So, but whole fish, the sugar snap peas. They didn't clean them right. No, sorry. They didn't clean them right, so that's giving me a little bit of trouble. But my potato has got tahini, paprika, chili powder, butter, salt and pepper. This was in a light butter sauce. They're frozen steamer. Um, I did. I think it's Oh God, stop! Hey, come on! Lord, this cat! I swear. What are you gonna do? But it's homemade lemon tea, lemon sweet tea, and yeah. So, oh, and I put that's what I say. They didn't clean these right before they put them in there, so it's still. You should pull the ends. I had another video where I did that, so I don't have to like clean my own vegetables. That's a little irritating, but whatever. Um, it's still good, and I just added some excuse me, oregano and salt and pepper to that, and sauce is pretty good. So anyway, I don't know. I thought about doing this and like doing a live, but I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. Um, what I know I am ready for is dinner. So stop. So yeah, see, it's crunchy. You can tell that. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to do this and actually, because I don't like talking with my mouth full. But I do like feeling, like I have somebody. Eating alone all the time is hard. It really is. But it's me and the cat and the bird. But I guess I shouldn't. I mean, I have a roommate, but we just lead different lives. But so a lot of times what I do is put a YouTube video on. So you're supposed to take that off before you put it in a mixed thing and season it. Like, that's crazy to me. Anyway, um, yeah, yeah. I didn't pick the easiest meal to eat to take a video doing this, but yeah, you know, it's all an experiment. You know, I watch all these people doing their mukbangs and their characters and all this fake stuff, and how we have so much fake stuff everywhere right now. That's not who I am. You know, I'm just a simple writer chef from South Carolina that has a cat that wants to stick his foot in my tea, and I believe in giving grace. I believe in giving other people grace, but giving yourself grace as well. I suffered from anxiety and depression long before COVID and all this political mess came along. You know, I remember my parents talking about politics and watching the news with them. Some growing up, you know, because I mean we grew up in a modest household, so we didn't we only had one television for our youth, the young youth anyway. We started getting like the little 13-inch TVs. Stop it! Stop it! The little 13-inch TVs in our room. Once it was like, oh, you turned 13, you can have a 13-inch TV in your room. That was kind of what it was. Maybe a little younger than that when I got my first one, but I loved it. You know, I have my Super Nintendo in there, and my VCR. Ah, I still have a VCR. It worked. It still worked until recently. I don't know what happened to it. Stop. All right, that's it. Now get down. Get down. I'm sure he'll make another appearance. Ah, Jake. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what kind of fish this is. It's probably pollock or something. Mmm. Cat, he is looking at me like, what in the world are you doing? He already hates it when I'm on my phone. And now he's like, now you're going to eat and talk to it too. But, whatever. I've been so busy today. I'm sure y'all can relate. Lord, everybody is like trying to keep their head above water. Me too. I get it. That's why it's so important to make a decent meal for yourself. It's hard for me because as a chef, I'm used to making meals for other people, you know? And I mean, that's one of the ways I show love is by cooking for people. Um, I guess it was probably Girl Scouts the first time I really was like, you lead through service, you know? Um, and my mom, she taught us that through example because we didn't have a local Girl Scout troop. And my Girl Scout troop ended up being a lot better than the other ones I ended up hearing about because since we didn't have one, my mother started one. And we loved nature and the outdoors and everything, you know, so it wasn't just little Susie homemaker type stuff that we did because I wouldn't have been interested in it. I wouldn't have wanted to do that, you know, so we learned how to start fires and properly contained campfires. I mean, you know, so we learned how to start fires, and that's why, like, literally to this day, I can start a campfire in 5 minutes. But um, owl pellets come to mind, but that's disgusting, and you're probably eating. You don't want to hear about that. I'll tell you about the owl pellets another time. But yeah, you know, went camping. Um, learned some good business stuff too because we had to sell Girl Scout cookies. You know, so we went door to door selling Girl Scout cookies. We put a table uptown at the bank. And we were selling Girl Scout cookies on roller skates or roller blades. It was awesome. It was awesome. Um, yeah, we get hung up in a lot of stuff. Life happens to you, you know. Um, I'm middle aged now, and that's crazy. How am I middle aged? It makes me feel like a lunatic just thinking about it. See there, that's pretty good. They do that. They do that. I don't. Does that work for my camera? I don't know how. Whatever. Um. Mm, we're still holding its crunch. Toaster ovens are awesome. I know everybody's all about air fryers. Well, I've had an air fryer for a while that I've never opened. I think I've had it 2 years. But anyway, I am gonna open it soon, and y'all are gonna get to experience me experiencing air fryer for the first time. Well, I've used one before at friends' houses, but only what they wanted to put in it, you know? And as you can see, I'm a little bit different. So, you know, um, mm, that potato is so good. Okay, well, I'm getting tired. My eyes watering. Y'all get sleepy when you eat? I get sleepy when I eat, even when I don't have to eat a lot to get sleepy, you know? Because I guess, I don't know, should I show y'all the food while I'm eating? If you can't tell, I'm new to this. Also, I just really I don't care. It's not. It's progress, not perfection. Progress, not perfection. Progress, 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 not perfection. Although, this is pretty perfect. I mean, for a frozen fish fillet, for it to have that much crunch and be soft on the inside, and I literally, like, I just put it on, I put it on toast, like, which is that's 450, and I just waited till I could hear it sizzling, flipped it over, turned it off, because I wasn't ready yet. And that's one of the best lessons that I have taught myself recently, is to part cook my own dinners, so that when I start to get hungry, because I'm pre-diabetic, and I have problems with hypoglycemia, so, and that gives me even more brain fog, because I get brain fog from the anxiety and the depression too. So what I'm trying to say is, having the food partially ready, and then I can go ahead and finish it the rest of the way, get it to where I'm not just eating cold food that I cooked earlier, that kind of crap, because I would never do that to a customer. I've worked at a lot of restaurants, and I would never do that to a customer, but I do it to myself all the time. And that's crap. You know, I'm really on this self-love train now, and it's wild. It's wild, because you think, okay, the big thing about self-love, really, is you have to treat yourself the way you would treat somebody else. You know, we let ourselves slide all the time, and I mean, I treat myself horribly compared to the way I would treat somebody else. The way I have treated others. You know, I mean, like, especially when it comes to food, and trying to, you know, show love through food. I talked too long that time. I made my fish cold. Anyway, point is, You need to be good to yourself. Okay? You take care of yourself. I know it's hard sometimes. And if you're really sad and you open a can and you eat straight out of it, at least you're eating something. You know? But that can't be how you live. Not all the time. You know? It's like you decide what you want the rule to be. And then, your exceptions can be your slack stuff or bad day stuff or whatever. But don't make that your rule. That can't be your rule. I'm living a new rule now. This turtle, potato, avocado is knowing what's up, yo. mm, mm, mm. Dude. And I am so on the tahini train. If you haven't tried tahini, it's worth it. Like, cause I have to shop at Family Dollar a lot of times because um it's just all that's available to me in walking distance. So, but they had tahini for $3.50, and I'm like, man, $3.50. Like I walked by it, like, and I was like, no, I already had like my $20 budgeted out for what I really needed from the store that day, so I left. No tahini. Came back. That's like, probably 3 or 4 days later, and there it was. The tahini was on the end of the aisle, and it was in the special, like, it was calling to me. It was like the Hispanic section was on the end aisle. Like, there was flour tortillas and, different stuff, diced tomatoes with chilies and things like that on the end. And there was the tahini. And I splurged. I splurged and I got my tahini that day. And I realized that lady that put tahini on her banana, she loves some tahini. Which is good. I don't know if I'd ever put it on a banana. You know what? I'll try it sometime. But they don't sell bananas at Family Dollar, so I don't even have hardly any fresh produce around here right now. Potatoes. I got my potatoes. And I got some acorn squash I need to use. So, put your acorn squash recipes in the comments below. Let me know what you'd like to see me do with it. Should I do a stuffed acorn squash? Squishing my chubby cheeks. Lord have mercy. If you were wondering why I didn't do a sauce, I love fresh tartar sauce, and I could throw a quick one together with the Duke's mayonnaise. Duke's, dill, lemon juice, relish, little onion maybe. It's real simple. You want that bite. You want that lemon bite and the dill to come through in your tartar. But there's juice from the veggies. And I'm trying not to eat that much mayonnaise right now. So, there's a lot of starch here. I like the crunch. But if I was making it for you, I would put my tartar. So good. Oh, that gave me, it reminded me Remind me of a dinner night I had at my sister and brother-in-law's house, and I taught him how to make tartar, and he was like blown away that it was that easy. I'm like, yeah, it's really easy. Like anytime you get bad tartar, it's because they didn't make it in house. Good tartar is always made in house. Okay. All right. Well, I what? I hit the table. I haven't tried my tea yet. That's what. Yeah. That was Day. Sorry, he wants to say hi. You'll get to meet him sometime. My phone's about to die. Here's my tea. It could use a lot more sugar. But I did a perfect amount of lemon. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the strength of the tea. It's got a decent bite, but it's not overpowering. It needs some fresh honey. I need some SC grown honey. South Carolina honey. Somebody please send me a honey. Message me and I will feature your honey. Okay? And we'll make some more tea that tastes better than this. And I'll probably add some more sugar, but I don't know. I'm trying. It's so hard. Balance. Everything is balance, you know? And I have trouble with that. I'm a little on the all or nothing side sometimes. Even though I see the world in gray, it's weird. I'm walking contradiction sometimes, but yeah, everything's balanced. You know, it's like don't get too hyper or too depressed. Don't make your tea too strong or too weak. But you know what? That's why I'm non-binary, because the vast majority of things and people and gender and all of it, it's not there's no clear split, you know? We try to put everything in two boxes, and that is just not it's not feasible to be long lasting, to be we can't live like that. So yeah. Make yourself a real happy gray day. Get all up in the middle of everything. All right. All right. I love y'all. Till next time. And peace, love, chicken grease. Progress, not perfection. I love y'all. Self-love. I love me too. I don't know what that was. All right. Bye. See you later. See you around. Love you. See you around. Bye.